hear that? That is how much cinnamon and sugar is in there right now. It sounds like there's like sand at the bottom of the bowl. Oh my gosh. Start your day with silly and safe. Start your day with sassy and sage. Sincerely, simply, seriously cereal.
Everyone is welcome here.
Hi.
Hey, you.
Let's see what we're looking at today. Hey everyone, I'm Maxwell.
And I'm Jennifer, one of Maxwell's moms. Welcome to Seriously Cereal.
Episode number
471!
Thanks, numbsters.
Seriously Cereal is made possible by viewers like you.
And by Blue Legacy, a volunteer-run nonprofit dedicated to bringing people together.
You can find out more at
www.seriouslycereal.org. Thanks, Spoonie.
If you eat your cereal dry, then you are a snacker, like our buddy, Bowler.
Hello!
Hey. Or, if you prefer your cereal with milk, then you are a spooner, like our pal, Spoonie. He's also Seriously Cereal's director.
Every month we post episodes with a theme.
And this month's theme is...
Breakfast favorites!
Thanks, numbsters.
Thank you! And today, we will be reviewing... Cinnamon Toast Crunch Waffle Cereal.
So many different variations. You
Yeah.
guys always seem to love the Cinnamon Toast Crunch episodes. We get so many more views than expected.
I guess you guys really like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
Although, this is a new one, so maybe we'll be having this before any of you. Maybe. Alright, Spoonie. Time to talk.
Waffles. Well, Cinnamon Toast Crunch Waffle Cereal definitely fits with our theme this month, breakfast favorites, because waffles are definitely a breakfast favorite.
I mean, unless you prefer pancakes. But that's a whole debate in and of itself.
Or just eggs and bacon. Like, anyway,
Oh, no,
I
so
think for
my
a
choice is
lot-
out.
For a lot of people, waffles are a breakfast favorite. So I think it
And
fits.
honestly, you can like all three.
That's right.
Variety is the spice of life, right?
That's true.
But, I have to say, though, speaking of variety, oh my gosh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, we always say you're doing too much, but this is crazy. I mean, look at this. Even the little, what do they call the little cinnamon squares? Do you guys know? The little Cinnamon Toast Crunch squares.
Cinnamojis?
Maybe? I think that was one of the variations we did, but not their name. But the point is that if you look closely, they're actually waffles on the box.
They're a little bigger on the back.
Yeah, they're actually waffles on this box, which is absolutely fantastic. But it is so amazing how time and time again Cinnamon Toast Crunch is able to transform this like classic cereal into these wild different flankers. It's very cool.
It's the word of the day. I'm Sunny, and
Transform
is the word of the day.
So transform means to change something from one thing to another, or from one shape into another shape.
Yeah. Okay, though, let's find out more about Cinnamon Toast Crunch waffle cereal.
Okay, so a serving size is 1 cup.
All right.
And there are 170 calories in a cup, 32 grams of carbohydrates, and Forkamillion?
Hello there, Maxwell and Jennifer.
Hey, Forkamillion, what's up with the added sugar?
Kiddos shouldn't have more than 12 grams of added sugar each day. Grown-ups can have up to 24 grams. But everyone should be careful not to eat too much sugar, because it doesn't do a very good job of helping us grow and be healthy. Today's cereal has 10 grams of added sugar.
Thanks, Forkamillion and Numpsters.
Glad to help.
Okay, so not another dessert cereal. That's
No,
good.
that's great. I like these cereals
Yeah.
with a little bit less added sugar.
I keep thinking they're gonna be hi, Spider. I
Hi,
keep thinking
Spider.
they're gonna be sweeter than they are.
Yeah. Good for you, Cinnamon Toast Crunch Waffle.
Hi, Bowler. What's the cost for this cereal?
What you're reviewing today costs,
$4.93.
and there are
12.
servings. Ha ha ha. Thanks for helping, Numpsters.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thanks, Bowler and Dumpsters. Thank you too, Spider. Bye. Alright though, so $4.93 divided by 12, that's 41 cents per serving.
Okay, so depending on where you shop, an average serving of cereal costs between 35 and 40 cents.
Yeah, so it's 1 cent above the average, which is, it's not great, but I mean, we've had worse at the same time.
Oh, certainly. Yeah.
Still though, that is a little bit unfortunate, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know, maybe it'll be good. We'll see. Alright, Spooty, it's time to taste. Let's see if the extra cent is worth it. Okay, so this is a serving.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch Waffles.
Yes. And we will be splitting the serving. You know, this looks very similar to, what was it? Kroger Post? Their waffle cereal. They had two varieties. It was like a normal waffle, but they called it something else. I think it might have even called like home style. And then there was blueberry waffle, which had like little blueberry bits on it. They're
Yeah.
very similar. But these, I'm noticing, actually seem to have
Say it was
actual...
great value.
Maybe. But these actually have like cinnamon and sugar on them, which is...
And some of them, the
curious.
cinnamon and sugar is so thick
Yeah.
on the waffle, you can't even see the little holes that they've put through the waffle. But it's little holes instead of little indentations, instead of like little dips into the waffle, like you guys might see a waffle, and then the melted butter and the syrup go into those little dips. Instead
You
of
guys-
dips, there's holes all the way through.
Do you guys hear that? That is how much cinnamon and sugar is in there right now. It sounds like there's
Yeah.
like sand at the bottom of the bowl. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, actually, that is very true. There is Cinnadust all over the bowl. I'm just holding my cereal off to the side. That's one good thing about being a snacker, you guys. You have to go in with clean hands. All right.
So I'll say, texture-wise, they're about, I'd say, the same as Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They start very crunchy, but then they kind of soften up in milk and they absorb a little bit more of the milk. And, oh, no one escaped there. I guess I'll just put that there. But the biggest difference is they're much more dense because they're bigger pieces. So it's a similar texture. And honestly, kind of a similar, like, just mouthfeel because of how they're sprinkled with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Actually, it might be Cinnadust. Now that I think about it. But it is a bit of a different experience because of how much bigger the pieces are than the normal Cinnamon Toast Crunch little squares, which are much thinner. Than these.
Yeah. Let me tell you what I'm impressed with. Okay, first, because I want to start with the positives, right? What I'm impressed with ties into what you just said.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, they're so thin. I love the snap of them. They're so nice and crispy. For a cereal that is not small, you know, this is a pretty big cereal.
Sure.
But still, I feel like it's very airy. When I bite down on it,
Yeah, actually.
as a snacker with no milk, that crispiness, it's not just like a big, hard, crunchy thing. There's a crispiness to it that's really pleasant and very, very similar to classic Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah. And yeah, you are right. It does have a bit of airiness to it. I wonder if that's partially the little holes to thank.
Well,
But
it could be. You also notice that they're slightly puffed.
yeah, that is also true.
They're like flat on
Like on
one
the
side, but then they come to
Oh,
a little
geez.
mound
It
on the other
really
side.
does look like it's like sand at the bottom of this bowl.
And this definitely tastes like Cinnadust. This doesn't just taste like cinnamon and sugar. It tastes specifically like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cinnadust. You could definitely tell that this was a Cinnamon Toast Crunch product, even though it's a different shape.
And you know, it's so interesting. When we tried the actual Cinnadust, I don't remember being that impressed. But now that we've actually like grown it, like accustomed to like when Cinnadust might be in something, I can always pick it out from normal cinnamon sugar. That's very strange to me. But
whatever it is that makes it proprietary, that means special and owned by Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal.
We do love that word.
That is however it is that they do it, because it can't just be cinnamon and sugar. They have to do something else special to make it into real Cinnadust.
Yeah.
Whatever those extra flavors are, or preservatives, or whatever it is, it definitely is. You can really tell. It's very noticeable. It's very unique.
But you know, I'd say it does taste a little different than normal Cinnamon Toast Crunch, despite like it being puffed like you said. Besides that, I think there is like a little bit of like sort of like an eggy flavor, kind of similar to the other waffle cereals we've had. It's not too much. You know, actually, it's kind of like the other Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavors, but like Cinnamon Toast Crunch French toast and the churros, those ones. They have a similar like additional taste as those.
This reminds me of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch French toast variety. Absolutely, and I agree with you, Max. It almost tastes like there's like a creamy egg flavor to it, like when there is in French toast. Because French toast, you guys, is when you like take a piece of bread and you dip it, or it's often called dredging. You dip it or dredge it on both sides with a little milk and egg all whipped together. We actually put a little nutmeg and cinnamon in our milk and egg as well. And then you fry that in a pan. I've actually also seen it baked. That reminds me a lot of French toast. Now, the one negative I have to say, which I don't think you guys will be surprised, is as a snacker, it's not sticky that it sticks to your hands, but the Cinnadust sticks to your hands. So there is that. The flavor is good. I just don't know about all the extra dust though.
Yeah, and I will admit, even as a spooner, that is a lot of the Cinnadust. But yeah, sheesh, well, I think I might just need a bit more time for this one.
Yeah, I definitely don't know my score yet.
Oh, you know, I know what we should do.
What?
I think that it's...
Hi everyone, I'm Jack Lightning, the fastest member of the Seriously Cereal team. You know what I like even more than being fast? Going on field trips. Today, we're going to...
Another tree tour!
Let's go!
Hey everybody, we're outside again.
We're ready for Tree Tour Part 2. But the sun is setting fast in these, again, autumn and winter months, so we're gonna split up to show you guys as much as possible. I'll meet up with you guys in just a second in the orchard. Okay.
Come on, Jax. Go this way.
And I'm a little chilly, you guys, so I'm gonna change. Well, you guys, I'm gonna show you a whole bunch of the cedars that are on the property. Some of them are so big, and one of them, maybe more than one of them, is as old as I am. 51 years old. Isn't that amazing? And then, after the tour of the cedars, we'll meet up with Maxwell and Jax in the orchard, and I'll show you guys a few more trees. Let's go. This is one of the biggest cedars on the Blue Forge campus. She just dropped right on me. And she's so big around. And she is 51 years old. That's the same age as me. And she has made many other cedars on the property by dropping her pine cones and then from the pine cones grow a new cedar. But she is not the only cedar on the property, not just her babies too. We also have other big ones, and that's what I hope that we're going to get to show with Jax and Maxwell today. So this little building here is, we call it the cathedral because it has stained glass windows up there and over here, and also right in here. The cathedral is a little meeting space. It's a quiet meeting space when authors and actors come to the Blue Forge campus, but right outside is another cedar. Now this cedar is also close by. Look what's behind the cathedral. There's a little meeting area, but another cedar. That's the mama cedar.
Like another teenager.
Yeah, another teenager cedar. This is what the branches on a cedar look like. See, it's really interesting. All the green is quite flat. It's not very pokey. If you compare that to a pine, here's a piece of pine. You see how this is, these are more like little needles. That's a completely different kind of tree, even though they're both evergreens. Oh, before we go and join Max and Jax, I wanted to show you guys one other kind of tree that's here on the campus. This, I know it looks a little bit like a bush, doesn't it? But it's actually a tree. This is a Japanese lace maple. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I hear some chickens. But here is a cherry tree. There is also an orchard of fruit trees here on the Blue Forge campus. And this is a cherry tree. Now the cherries, they're all gone now, because they were here in the summertime. And there's a couple of cherry trees here. There's a red cherry tree and a black cherry tree. And this is what the cherry leaves look like. And then over here, this is a baby cherry tree. It will grow big, just like these other ones. Bing cherry and a Stella cherry. But then over here, we have, oh, look, you can see some late apples. There are two big apple trees. Look at that. There's still apples growing. So apple leaves look like this. You guys seen apples growing on a tree before? We made applesauce this year and ate lots of apples.
Wow, that's so cool! Thanks for coming with us on another great field trip. Where should we go next?
And we could definitely have part 3 of a tree tour, you guys.
Yeah, so let us know where you want us to go, but don't worry. We will definitely have more trees to show you in the future if you want more of those. See you soon to find scores.
Bye.
Okay. I'm feeling refreshed and I think I'm about ready to wrap this up.
Well, the scores were tricky. They're tricky sometimes. It's not always easy to find the right score.
Oh, fan mail! Thank you, Numbsters!
Thanks! And thank you. We love hearing from
We
you.
really do. All right, let's see what you've sent in today.
Fan mail.
Okay, so this letter is to the whole team from Thomas Q. through the mailbox on our website.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi. And Thomas writes, you have cats and dogs and chickens. What is your favorite animal? Ooh, that is a difficult question. Can you go first?
Thomas, we have more than just cats and dogs and chickens. Can
it's
you believe
true.
it?
It's true.
Can you believe it? We've also have pet snails, a betta fish, pet water snails. Do we have other pets?
We have a rabbit.
Oh my goodness! We have a rabbit, and we have a little budgie.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is the real word parakeet? I think the real word is parakeet, but I think we call her a budgie. Her name is Blueberry.
She's very loud.
we do like having little animals. So, what is our favorite animal?
I think I'm gonna need a minute.
Okay. Let me think.
Is it too late to have Jax cut in for another tree tour to give us time? Okay. I mean, I don't know. What would you say? Like,
well,
if you
I
had to pick
think my favorite creature, I think, if I have to pick one, because I like all the creatures in the whole world, Thomas. I am so into animals. It's kind of a toss-up to me, for me, between like an octopus, a sea slug, and a land snail. I think I might go with a garden snail. A garden snail, I think, might be my favorite creature ever. Favorite animal.
Those are interesting choices.
Thank you.
But okay. If I had to pick one, because I mean, kind of like you said, there's a lot of creatures I love on this world. I especially love camels, horses, cows, oxalotls, turtles. I love turtles.
Tortoises.
Even the vicious animals like alligators, crocodiles, sharks.
Because they're only vicious if they. Yeah, they're not. They're not that. Yeah, they have to protect themselves.
Yeah. Sharks actually aren't as vicious as people often make them up to be.
Oh no. And also, even when big sea animals are vicious, like the orca whales that are bumping into the boats and crashing the boats and stuff like that. You guys may have heard about that. Even stuff like that happens. They're just trying to protect themselves.
Yeah, it is true.
They just think of boats as another big creature in the sea that's hard and bumps into them. So.
Yeah. Ooh man, but sheesh. If I had to pick just one.
Yeah.
There's also squirrels. I love squirrels. One of my first characters I ever drew pictures about was a squirrel. Okay, fine. If I had to pick one animal, just one animal to be my favorite,
yes,
I think it would have to be a sloth. I really do love sloths. I'm sure a lot of people who've watched some of my other content know that I love sloths. They are these fuzzy guys. They hang around in trees, and they are super slow but super charming. They hang little hammocks and let their babies rest on top of them. They are just the most wonderful, easygoing little creatures, and then they have these little, vicious claws. Do not mess with them, or they
vicious claws that are so slow.
Or they will claw and attack. Well, I mean, yeah, but eventually. But then there's so many different kinds of sloths too. There's the kinds that hang in trees, but there's also a special kind that are smaller than others, and that they are really good swimmers, and they aren't actually slow. Yes. It's there's so many kinds of sloths, and for a while, you didn't really hear about sloths all that much, but these days they're really, coming into, the mainstream, and I'm so happy about that more people get to hear about, just these wonderful, wonderful animals.
Yeah. If I ever fell in the water, I would like to be saved by a sloth.
Yeah, they're just great animals in general.
Did someone say animals?
Oh, hey there, Sirius.
Hi! Everyone, this is our friend Sirius. He's a sloth.
I sure am. I was named after the brightest star in the night sky.
You're Maxwell's favorite kind of animal, Sirius. Do you have a favorite animal?
All of them. That's why I'll be hosting Time for Animals right here on Seriously Serial.
Yeah, that's right. Sirius starts working on a show next week.
He's going to show you guys videos of animals and dance with you to some music.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Tune in next Saturday.
All right. Well, thank you for writing in, Thomas, and I hope you're looking forward to the debut of Time for Animals next week. We'll be able to show off some of the animals you talked about.
It's going to be so much fun. Time to craft, time to listen, time to explore, time for animals.
Yeah.
I love it.
And you know, I think
Oh!
I figured out my score.
Time to score indeed, Spoonie. We've
All
got
right.
it. We figured our scores out. Thanks, Spoonie.
Thank you. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Did you know that everyone here at Seriously Cereal is a volunteer? We are. And you can support the show over at seriouslycereal.org.
Because Seriously Cereal is safe for kids, YouTube turns off comments when we post episodes online. But we love hearing from you. Go to seriouslycereal.org and use the mailbox button to send us a message. We might read it in a future episode.
Find new episodes of Seriously Cereal every Saturday morning on YouTube, on public access television, and at seriouslycereal.org.
See you next time.
Bye.
Start your day with silly and safe. Start your day with sassy and sage. Sincerely,